Jesus, Myths and Message Universal Unity, Fremont, CA, 1992, is available as a PDF download or for online reading at http://www.massjudison.org. Publications Books Jesus Index, HTML. It is available in audio form at http://www.jesusmm.org. Since its publication, many people have asked me about the original title given by Dr. Rashad Khalifa. When it was recently pointed out that in revisions to his 1989 translation of the Quran, Drive, Khalifa had changed both the proposed title and publisher, I finally realized that he intended there to be a book by his revised title of Development of the Christian Doctrine. Hence I have used that title for this book. This current book is not a comprehensive handling of the subject, which is far more extensive than I have the scope of knowledge to address with authority. Rather, it presents to you the results of my personal study of the development of Introduction to Christian Doctrine, in the hopes that this will be helpful in your own study. For Jesus, Myths and Message, I almost exclusively used the 1970 publication of the New American Bible, St. Joseph edition, for its biblical verses. In the intervening years, permission to quote from the New Testament portion of that edition has been removed. I was faced with the dilemma of having to replace many, if not most of my biblical quotes. It was a dilemma that actually turned out to be a blessing because it is important to use a broader base of Bible translations. Readers are used to a variety of translations. But which of the scores of English translations should be used? I finally settled on the following three because they are available for online reading and accepted widely by several Christian denominations. New American Bible as of July 17, 2014. This version was available online at http://old.usccb.org. NAB Bible Index, SHTML. All quotes are as of June 2011. Copyright Acknowledgement. Scripture texts in this work are taken from the New American Bible with Revised New Testament and Revised Psalms. Copyright 1991, 1986, 1970. Confraternity of Christian Doctrine, Washington, D.C. and are used by permission of the copyright owner. All rights reserved. No part of the New American Bible may be reproduced in any form without permission in writing from the copyright owner. Scripture texts in this work are taken from the New American Bible with Revised New Testament. Copyright 1986, 1970. Confraternity of Christian Doctrine, Washington, D.C. and are used by permission of the copyright owner. All rights reserved. No part of the New American Bible may be reproduced in any form without permission in writing from the copyright owner. Development of the Christian Doctrine. King James Version as of July 17, 2014. This version was available online at http://www.biblegateway.com. Versions. King James Version KJV Bible #booklist. All quotes as of June 2011. Copyright Acknowledgement for Bible Gateway. Copyright 1995-2010, The Zondervan Corporation. All rights reserved. New Revised Standard Version as of July 17, 2014. This version was available online at http://bible.oramus.org. All quotes as of June 2011. Copyright Acknowledgement. New Revised Standard Version Bible. Copyright 1989, Division of Christian Education of the National Council of the Churches of Christ in the United States of America. Used by Permis Sion. All rights reserved. New Revised Standard Version Bible. Anglicized Edition. Copyright 1989, 1995, Division of Christian Education of the National Council of the Churches of Christ in the United States of America. Used by permission. All rights reserved. Quranic quotes. Most of the quotations from the Quran are taken from Quran. The Final Testament, Authorized English Version, Translated from the original Arabic, by Rashad Khalifa, copyright 1990, as published by United Submitters International, 2010. As mentioned earlier, Drive. Khalifa translated several verses specifically for my book before his own translation was published. Therefore, those verses that he translated specifically for me introduction, she are marked as coming from Quran, while all others are marked as coming from Quran. The Final Testament. Understanding Islam Introduction. It's important to understand that Islam is simply an Arabic word which means submission to God. One who submits to God is a Muslim, an Arabic word which means submitter. Anyone can be a Muslim if he or she worships God alone. From the Quran, chapter 2, verse 62. Surely, those who believe, those who are Jewish, the Christians, and the converts, anyone who 1 believes in God, and 2 believes in the last day, and 3 leads a righteous life, will receive their recompense from their Lord. They have nothing to fear, nor will they grieve. This shows that all believers are united in the worship of one God. Allah is simply the Arabic word for God, just as Dios is the Spanish word for God. It's one and the same God. And everyone is equal in the sight of God, men and women, black and white, rich and poor. The only thing that distinguishes us is our righteousness. O people, we created you from the same male and female, and rendered you distinct peoples and tribes, that you may recognize one another. The best among you in the sight of God is the most righteous. God is